I would really say with where I'm at financially, it would very much be, cash flow like 80% sort of thing, because with excess cash, a couple things happen.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Nothing. You have nothing, right? So that is a key thing, again, to know.
100%. Because
you
Paul,
wanna
it says
have the
really
cash flow.
easy. It says really easy a vehicle. Look, if you invest this money and you hold it, and you see you're gonna 10x your money, you're gonna your capital grow. And sometimes it sells really easy, that, and it's very easy for people that doesn't have experience investing. That say, wow, if I put all this money, I invest all this money in this deal, and I hold it and I cannot access it. After 2-3 years, I'm gonna make 10 times the money, 20 times the money. However, we pay too much attention to capital growth and very little attention to cash flow. Where in my view, like I got your same background where I'm more in love with the cash flow. I bought a property, with we have a property, and honestly, the property hasn't go up in price in the 8 years, but it generates a very good cash flow. That makes sense. So this is something that well, the price doesn't go up, but it doesn't really matter, because you for years you have this cash flow again and again and again and again and again, and you can use it. So in your as you're an expert investor, how much as an investor, yeah, in 100%, how much percentage is important for you cash flow, and how much percentage for you is important capital growth when you invest your money?
And you're thinking like right after I become an entrepreneur and now I'm an investor?
Yeah, now, as you are right now.
Oh, as I'm right now? Okay. And
So
I'm
what is
thinking,
more important for you, cash flow or capital growth? And if both things are important, in what percentage this is your favorite, and why?
Yeah. So my ego died with the sense of like equity type pieces, right? Again, I mentioned, some oil and gas, stuff and opportunities that we have in terms of we might go buy some oil and gas companies and operationalize them and all this stuff, right? Also, there's a carbon credit play. That's another 7 or maybe 8-figure business. It could turn into nothing, right? That's part of being an entrepreneur is like it's either something you learn a lot or it's, big, right? So my point is like those things exist, right? Like I have some of those things are in the works. That's like an 8-figure type thing, right? Now, in terms of what I, care about and what I'm focused on, is cash flow and creative, like financing. So what I mean by that is like the ability to maybe leverage my stock portfolio or to use whole life insurance, to, as I have cash flow, then put that into some of these vehicles to then have those things grow, right? And then get loans on those things to then have a bigger chunk to maybe invest in something. So my point is to say, with cash flow I can then live my life, build my reserves, and then continue to eventually have equity plays and then have those big investments. So it's kind of like a 1, 2, 3 hit, right? It's not like I don't know what other example, right? But it's cash flow, cash flow, cash flow, and then like eventually a hit. So in terms of like a percentage, I would really say with where I'm at financially, it would very much be, cash flow like 80% sort of thing, because with excess cash, a couple things happen. One, I can tithe and I can give generously, right? If I have all my net worth and all my finances tied up into property and assets, guess what I can't do? I can't, give someone $100 freely because, they deserved it or did a good job, or like be as generous to my nieces and nephews, for their birthdays, right? I had my parents come with me to Costa Rica last year, and I was just like, hey, like I have this big house. I'm here. I stayed there for a month and a half, and I had a bunch of friends come too. And I was like, hey, I'm here. Like, if you want to come, come, right? I wasn't concerned about the money, right? And it's meaning to say, like, one, I had a different frame of it, right? But the other thing is with cash flow, again, I have the ability to be more generous. And I have the ability to be a better investor. Imagine if I gave you a deal of the lifetime right now, but you kind of had to do it right now, right? Not in a pressure way, but my point is like if you don't have the cash or the ability to take advantage of opportunity, then you're not going to be able to, right? Especially if you de-risk with having constant cash flow, you're going to be your own VC of sorts, right? Where, you invested 5 grand in a deal and it, didn't work out, like you're going to be okay, right? But if you save all this money and you put 100 grand into it and you have no cash flow and you lose that 100 grand, God forbid, guess what you have? Well, you have no cash flow and you have no money in
Mm-hmm.
the deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So cash flow always, 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 because cash flow is also going to vary, right? In one of my properties, I redesigned it and I doubled the revenue, right, in the span of a
Wow.
year.
Wow.
And so I'm hoping to do that with my other property I just renovated. But it's the point, Harry, where it's like, cash flow will vary, right? Sometimes goes up or down, but it roughly ideally stays the same. But again, if I don't have cash flow, I don't have, really the ability to live essentially, right? And then it's really hard to kind of do this thing called joy, both within ourselves and, with what we give. Now, joy isn't something that we like have to attain. Joys within ourselves. We just need to accept it, right? But ultimately with cash flow that gives me the most options to then do the equity. But if I have little cash flow, then I have a bunch of equity and a bunch of challenges along the way. So
So, Paul, if someone is in love with our conversation, how people can find? Can you please mention your website just in case the people
sure.
listening in the car?
Yeah.
How people can have access to you? How the process work? Can you
Yeah,
please
you bet.
share that with
So
us?
so the website is Investors Guide to Joy, right? .com. In that, you'll be able to find the resources. I mentioned the 3-year vision. You could download that ebook, right? There's a couple other resources there too. There's also information about, Octane. There's also ebooks about oil and gas, and I'm going to release other, investments too, because I just like educating people and helping people. Because I've seen too many people lose $100,000 and then be like, "Oh, I didn't know that." And it's like you didn't know this one
Absolutely.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's not their fault, right? But again, just
Lack of
there's this gap.
experience.
Exactly, there's this gap. And the other thing too, I have it here with me. I've not officially released, but I wanted to do it on your show here.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. Thank you.
yeah. So
Wow.
I have a book.
I love
Um,
the title.
yeah, so this is the book it's a co-authored book with Kevin Harrington. So Kevin Harrington is
Hmm.
one of the original Shark Tank members. He founded As Seen on TV.
Wow.
I had the pleasure of meeting him last March. It's been an awesome year and was able to write a co-authored book. But this book of From Startup to Stand Out, Tales of Entrepreneurial Success, has Kevin, myself, and a couple other entrepreneurs in it talking about like how to think about entrepreneurship, what they found to be successful, like all these things. That's also on my website. But really, you can probably find me somewhere. My middle initial is H, so Paul H. Graham. I'd love to connect with people because especially in the age of AI and technology, we're still humans. So whether it's my website or you find me elsewhere, would love to just connect with people, see how I could help them, or what things they might need help with, and just build businesses, grow life, and like you have for your mission, right? Be healthy, be wealthy, and be happy. Absolutely, yes to
Thank you
all
so
that.
much. Thank you so much. And with that note, see you guys. Once again, thank you so much, Paul. These have been very inspiring. And again, not we as entrepreneurs, we talking about how to grow a business, but we need to know more about that transition or learn more about that transition between become a good entrepreneur and a good investor. Because if you are a good investor, you can become even a better entrepreneur because you can use better use of your money and you diminish your risk. Something that is a great piece of information, and people will find out that there is a imagine just for a minute that you will have unlimited money coming to you, I mean, every month for you to invest in marketing. Just to give you an idea, I'm not talking about the amount, but imagine that you can have 2,000, 10,000 that will come for you to you every month that it is possible, and you can use it for marketing for your own business. Imagine what can you do to your to your business. So, and again, if something happens to your business, guess what? The money keep coming.
Yeah.
Imagine that you can, guys, as an entrepreneur, can create that for your life. Uh, Again, that will open the path for you to be healthy, wealthy, and happy. Because when these financial struggles, sometimes they go inside the brain of the entrepreneur, and start this emotional pain become physical pain. Then people have heart attacks and things like that, and they got depressed
Yeah.
because wow, they make all these millions, and now they lose it, and they don't have anything, and a lot of all that affect a lot of your mental health. We don't want any of this for any entrepreneur. Just to let you know, if you make a million and you lose it, you have the ability to make it again. You just need to change the structure. And maybe if you listen to this broadcast, what Paul is sharing with us, the second time you're gonna make your multi-millions is gonna be way easy, because you're gonna structure how to grow your business in a different way. That makes sense. So thank you
Yeah.
so much. Yeah.
Harry, I want to share one thing because you touched on this that definitely needs to be shared for the different types of entrepreneurs. It's the evolution of entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the first type, founder entrepreneur, right, are focused on the product. Okay, especially in tech, we're like, I got to build the best product. Okay,
100%. Yeah.
yeah. The second time founder, they're focused on marketing, right? They may not have built the product, they may have an idea, they're just looking to talk and feel things like that, right? And the third time founder is focused on marketplace, right? They may not even have an idea of what the product is, but they're looking to create a community and foster it and things like that. And so that is something, like I said, I just had to share because that has helped me so much because I love the product. I'm analytical. I want to build. I just like building with Legos, right? Puzzles, things like that. But that ultimately is a first type founder thought process. We need to
100%. Agree with
marketing
you.
or the marketplace. That's how things go abundance. We become investors. We live that really happy, wealthy, healthy life with that as well. So Harry,
And
thank
it's
you. You are
possible.
the best. Yeah, no, exactly, exactly.
So for
So
some people listening, they say, "Oh, this guy, they're talking about something impossible," and we just want to share with you guys that is actually possible.
yeah, do
Um,
the impossible. Yeah.
exactly.
See, who knows? Who knows if it's possible? And it's just
Just
trying
go
and
for
being
it.
for sure.
Thank you so much, Paul. And with
Thank
that
you.
note, see you guys in our next episode of On Stop of How Brave Entrepreneurs Like Paul break that wall and achieve the first million. Bye for now.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.